What is up, YouTube? It is Adrian Rachel, and we are talking about a topic that is so near and dear to my heart, and that is staying in shape while working a corporate job. For those of you guys that don't know me, my name is Adrian Rachel. I make free fitness content, and I also document my own fitness journey. So half of this channel is about documenting my own fitness journey, and the other half is about just making fitness content to help. Okay, guys, so a little bit of background about myself. I went to Brown University, and following Brown, I then ended up working in investment banking on Wall Street. And while I was there, I had to work a lot of hours. And as a result, I ended up really struggling getting my workouts in. So this is a pretty proven backed formula I myself implemented, and it helped me stay in shape while working a corporate job. So the name of the game are giant sets. And if you've never heard of giant sets are pretty much when an individual completes 3 to 4 exercises, typically targeting similar muscle groups within a given time period. Now, the reason why I do this is because obviously efficiency. We need to be as efficient as possible since we were working a corporate job and we don't have that much time to work out. With a giant set, I will start with a compound movement. For those of you that don't know what a compound movement is, it's a movement that involves multiple muscle groups and joints. Examples of these would be bench press, overhead press, squat, deadlift. All these are compound movements. Following the compound movement, I will then typically hit an anterior movement. So for example, following the bench press exercise, I will typically then go into something like a bent over row or a seal row. And then from there, I typically will hit some kind of core and or lower back movement, as the core and lower back really maintain the structural integrity of the body. There will typically be 3 giant sets. In each giant set, the compound movement is being ramped. So for those of you that don't know what ramping is or are new to the channel, ramping is when you take an exercise and you increase the weight from set to set, and you also lower the reps. So for example, you might do 12 reps at 60%, then proceeding to do 10 reps at 75%, then proceeding to do maybe 8 reps at 85%. That is an example of ramping. It is very important that ramping gets completed. The reason being is that strength is at the cornerstone of building muscle. Whenever we go to the gym, we're damaging the muscle, and then whenever we leave the gym through nutrition and sleep, we are repairing the muscle. So it is very important that we use a heavier stimulus each time to help damage and then have the muscle go through this repairing phase. Each giant set should typically take 90 to 120 seconds. So following the giant sets, then we will get into our accessory work. With our accessory work, there are really 2 primary drivers here. One is hypertrophy work, and the second being unilateral work. When we're doing our accessory work, these are going to be exercises that are really going to aid in helping us with our other compound movements like our bench press and our squat. So for example, if we're squatting, then the accessory movement might be a Bulgarian split squat or a lunge. Here I'm using a lot less weight and I'm focusing more on the mind-muscle connection. And on top of that, I'm also working that unilateral movement so that I can really focus on any muscle imbalances. After that, I'm then going into my cardio work. My cardio work is always done actively. When I say actively, this is anything that is really dynamic, making sure that the human body isn't just working within the sagittal plane. So guys, for a given workout, the warming up will take about 5 minutes. The giant set will take about 15 to maybe 20 minutes if done correctly. And then finally, the accessory work should take 5 minutes, as well as the active cardio taking about another 5 minutes. So within that given time period, you can get in a quick 40 to 45 minute workout. I really like this style of training because, as you can tell, you can really adjust and move the variables to make it so that you can even get a workout in within 35 minutes. As a final point, I also want to emphasize that working out is quite catabolic in the sense that you're quite frankly breaking down your muscle. And on top of that, working a corporate job is an additional stressor. It is very important that while you're working a corporate job that you're really focusing and emphasizing rest. If you're not resting enough or resting correctly, you won't be able to see the adaptations that you should be seeing from working out while working a corporate job. Alright guys, that is pretty much it for the rest of the video. Make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. I'm low on footage, so I gotta get out of here.